Hi friends. Before we begin today, I just wanted to take a quiet moment. This weekend carries so much meaning, and I wanted to create something simple, something visual that reflects that. Hi, it's Carrie from Created Me Creative, and welcome to my cozy little corner. So for you that are new here, Little Grace is my reflection journal that I try and do mixed media in every week, but once a month, the first Saturday of each month, we work in it together. And this weekend is Easter. I know that there are some that will celebrate Easter next weekend, and I just wanted to celebrate that within my book this weekend. So I've got some paper scraps here on the side, and we're just gonna form a little bit of a mixed media layered paper in the shape of a cross. And I came across this quote and it really just stayed with me. The cross says you are loved. The resurrection says you are free. And so I will be handwriting that on this page here. But for now, let's just start shaping a little soft mixed media on this page. I have a rub-on that I've used bits and pieces of it, but I think I'm just going to use the remaining of it right here as a base on this page. So I want to say hello while I'm doing this to all the new people that have joined the channel in the last little bit. I want to say a hello to Lizzie. I believe your YouTube channel name is Lizzie Babes, all the way from Belgium. And so I just want to say welcome, and I'm glad you're here. And of course, to Mary and Tina, my originals, right from the very beginning, you two have been here, and I am so happy that you are here. And if you're new, by all means, don't be shy. Join in the conversations, and I love being able to get to know each and every one of you. So, all right, let's see how we are doing. So far, so good. I just thought this would give a nice base to the page. There we go. Just make sure it's staying. And then we'll just start layering. I've got just a bunch of different scraps here. I think we'll start with something. This actually is the same paper as this, so maybe we'll start with that. And I will take that top to bottom. So I've got a glue stick here. I do have my wet glue as well, just in case the edges pop up. I'll just start by layering this here. This is a piece of coffee dyed paper that I used a plastic lace tablecloth with, and I love how the pattern was left on the paper. So this one I'm just going to make a little bit shorter, and again I'm going to tear down one side. You will see this paper pop up in making Molly and Grace, and if you're not sure who Molly and Grace are, I introduced them in Thursday's video. They are the two journals that I will be building over the month of April. Hopefully I will get them done in the month, And one is Shabby Chic, that's Rosie. And the other one is Vintage Style, and that's Molly. And Molly will have this paper. I think Rosie is going to have a pink colored paper. Molly's going to have the coffee and the tea stained paper. So I've got some music paper here as well. And I think this one, I'm just going to do down the middle where those two straight lines are, just to soften it just a little bit. So let me take a little bit more off. And I'll just put that, I'm going to ink around the edge of this one. Just using Vintage Photo. This music is very, very delicate. It's an old hymn book. And the paper is so fine and so fragile. I guess it's not really that fragile. It's just very thin. And so it tears really easily, but it does make it a little difficult to ink. But I think that just gives it a little bit to stand out. And then maybe we'll start adding a little bit more color as well. So again, I'm just going to use my glue stick. Oh. Yeah, see, it is fragile. All right, we'll just put it on in pieces. That will be fine. There's one. That's the middle piece. And the last piece, right there. You would never know it ripped. Okay, so there's a start. And I'm going to keep that. I might use it on the cross beam here. Let's see what else I have. Maybe. I was practicing with one of my punches on this one, but I think, I wonder. What if we do something like that as well? Maybe that way. I like that piece there. And again, just a little bit of ink to take off that white edge. So again, for those that are new, Little Grace is the way I guess put into practice my word of the year. And my word of the year is grace. And so each week I use either a quote, a Bible verse, an inspiration, just something that's encouraging and kind of reminds me to have grace, not with just others, but also with myself. And so this book is loaded with all of those quotes. I do actually post them on Sundays on my Instagram and my Facebook and share them there as well each week. And then, like I said, the first Saturday of the month, we do a mixed media project together. I'm very new to mixed media. I wanted to kind of learn a little bit of it. And so little Grace, not only does she remind me to give myself grace in every day, but also in my creativity and my art. And so, yeah, so that's kind of what Little Grace is doing. And I like that I am able to reflect on my word more intentionally than if I just picked a word and then said, okay, that's how I'm going to go. That's, you know, that's it. That's my word for the year. This makes me stay intentional with that. So I'm going to start forming this cross beam across that. This one is tea stained paper, and there is a faint pattern on it as well. It's just really hard to see on this one. So let's bring that across here like that. And then maybe we will do a piece of music. I'm going to try not to rip it this time. There we go. I'm just going to pull it over just a little bit. There we go. I did end up ripping it. That's all right. That's all right. And I think I really like that color, but I feel like it needs to be balanced. I didn't pre-prep on any of this. I'm literally winging it, so we'll see how it turns out. I like the colors in this one, and I still have a straight edge on that side. I think we'll just ink this one with a little pink. It'll pick up on the pink from the rub-on that I put down. Maybe I'll do it on that side, just to bring that color in, and then we'll do a piece across this way as well. And I know I already started the cross beam, but I don't mind going back and forth. I think that will work. Oh, a little bit more glue at the top there. And I should have inked that too. There we go. All right. And then I'll bring some pink. Tear the end on that one. Bring some pink across this way as well. To there. So this weekend we have a couple of family gatherings. We have dinner with my in-laws side tomorrow, and then we are doing my side on Monday. And Sunday we are actually celebrating my husband's birthday. Tomorrow is actually my granddaughter's birthday. She lives way north of me, so tomorrow we will FaceTime and spend a little time that way. I don't get to see her very often because she is way up there. Like, it's probably almost a 7-hour drive for me. So we do not get up there very often. This needs just a little bit of glue. There we go. And I know I have all right. Well, that forms the cross. I would like to add, I think, just a little bit of paint splatter. I have cream. I should have grabbed some pink, maybe. You know what? Hold on. I'm going to go grab some pink. Just give me a second. Okay, so I grabbed myself some paint. I've got two here. I've actually got this terra coral, and one called baby pink. And I've picked these both up from, I believe both of them are from one of the $2 stores in the area. And so I'm just gonna add a little water. And I'm gonna start with the dark one first. That's pretty. And then I'm just gonna mix right into the light one. I really like that. Just a little bit of extra. It kind of mirrors this rub-on that I had on there. So I'm gonna let that dry, and then I'm gonna leave this here though, because I may spatter over top of the writing. So I'm just gonna, I penciled it out so I know exactly where it's going. I'm not doing anything nothing super fancy. I'm not doing anything super fancy. Just some I will handwrite a couple of them so that they have a little bit more presence. I wish I knew calligraphy. I might have to take that up as well. Now that I'm learning mixed media, I might as well learn calligraphy while I'm at it. Hopefully I can get that all in there. And I don't know who actually quoted, like I'm not sure where this quote comes from. Nope. That way. I'm not real good with handwritten R's, so I'm going to bring that back up like that. There we go. And so I'm just going to write unknown down here. I did try and find the author of this, but it actually came up with unknown as well. So, and I think I'm actually going to make the word free and the word loved a little more prominent. Now I know that there is faux calligraphy that you can do. Here, I'll show you. If you take your pen on the down swoops and thicken it as you're coming down, it kind of mimics what calligraphy would do. So we'll do that on the F, and then we'll do it on the L of loved. Just give those words a little bit more presence, because those are the important ones. To remember that you are loved and free. All right, let's see if we can just put some splatter on top of that as well. I'm going to mix both paints there. And it'll show up really nicely on that dark paper too. And then I will just leave it to dry. And I will continue to work in this every week over the next month of April. And then in May, I'll bring her back out I might bring the texture paste out again because I really did enjoy that project. So I can't turn the pages now because I have wet paint on them. Wipe those off. So I hope you have a wonderful weekend, whether you're celebrating Easter this weekend or next. Have a great weekend, and give yourself some time to play in your journals if you do have a journal that you're working in. And yeah, we'll be back next Thursday, and we will start putting the signatures together for Molly and Rosie. I'm so glad that you're here today. Blessings, take care, and we'll chat soon. Bye-bye.